The Ferrari 488 GTB is an intense car with an ample amount of power whether on the road or track. Ferrari though thought that this was not enough. They wanted to make an even crazier, more insane, out of this world V8 supercar. They wanted to incorporate technology from their 488 GTE race car as well as their Formula One cars. They wanted to make a car that was better than all of its competitors. So, they made a faster, high-performance model of their already insane car and named it the Ferrari 488 Pista. This supercar truly is everything that Ferrari wanted it to be. And it's amazing. The 2019 Ferrari 488 Pista has a twin-turbocharged 3.9-liter V8 engine. It has a 7-speed dual-clutch transmission. This Ferrari makes 710 horsepower at 8,000 rpm and 568 pound-feet of torque at 3,000 rpm. It weighs only 2,822 pounds. It takes 2.85 seconds for it to reach 60 miles per hour, and it has a top speed of 211 miles per hour. Its drivetrain is rear-wheel drive. The 488 Pista's engine is very advanced. First off, there's an inconal exhaust system. There are also titanium connecting rods, which is an F1 drive technology. The crankshaft and flywheel found in the 488 Pista is much lighter than those found in the GTB or Spider version. There's also a new intercooler, which is much bigger and more efficient, as well as a new intake manifold to optimize fluid efficiency. Lastly, there's a new carbon fiber intake plenum to reduce weight and increase power. The 2019 Ferrari 488 Pista has a set of solid color options which include Rosa Corsa, Rosa Scuderia, Giallo Modena, Bianco Avus, Black, and Rosso Mugello. There's also a set of metallic color options which are Nero Daytona, Grigio Silverstone, Grigio Titanio, and Argento Nürburgring. Ferrari even has a set of historical color options which include Grigio Ferro, Blue Tour de France, Rosso Fiorano, Azzurro California, and Dark Gray. The 2019 Ferrari 488 Pista comes with racing livery, or in other words, stripes. In the bicolor racing livery section, you can get the Argento Nürburgring racing livery or the Blue America racing livery. There's also an other section, just called Racing Livery, that uses the same names for the stripes as the bicolor racing livery section, which are Argento Nürburgring and Blue America. The 4 different rim color options that you can choose from for the 488 Pista are 20-inch forged matte gray wheels, 20-inch forged gold wheels, 20-inch forged Nürburgring silver wheels, and 20-inch forged dark painted wheels. The 5 different brake caliper color options for the 488 Pista are aluminum brake calipers, black brake calipers, blue brake calipers, Rosso Corsa brake calipers, and yellow brake calipers. The 3 different types of tailpipes you can get in this Ferrari are standard exhaust pipes, black ceramic exhaust pipes, and titanium exhaust pipes. There's also an option called exterior carbon components, which make components such as the front lip spoiler, side skirts, and rear diffuser carbon fiber. Now, moving on to the interior options for the 488 Pista, you can choose between 9 different colors for the Alcantara interior, which is pretty much the entire interior of the car, and the inner seat trim colors, which is the middle part of the seat. The colors are Rosso FX Alcantara, Blue Medio Alcantara, dark blue Alcantara for the Alcantara interior color, and dark blue Scuro Alcantara for the inner seat trim color. Bordeaux Alcantara, charcoal Alcantara, Cioccolata Alcantara, Iroko Alcantara, Black Alcantara, and Suayo Alcantara. You can even customize the stitching and leather trim in the 488 Pista. The following color options are yellow leather, black, Rosso Ferrari, and blue sterling. The 5 different rev counter options for the 488 Pista are as follows: the standard rev counter, the aluminum rev counter, the red rev counter, the white rev counter, and the yellow rev counter. The 2 different seat options on this Ferrari are standard racing carbon seats and Daytona racing carbon seats. The 2 different carpet options for the 2019 Ferrari 488 Pista are aluminum floor plates and carbon floor plates with floor mats placed on top of them. The 2019 Ferrari 488 Pista even comes with safety harnesses just like in race cars. If you don't want it though, you can just get the standard black safety harnesses, which are the same type of harnesses found in normal cars. If you do want the same type of harnesses found in race cars, then you can choose from one of these 3 options: the 4-point black safety harnesses, the 4-point red safety harnesses, and the 4-point blue safety harnesses. There's also a matte carbon interior upgrade, which makes some parts of the dash, steering wheel, and other areas of the interior carbon fiber. Moving on to the exterior styling, the 2019 Ferrari 488 Pista's exquisite lines and fine detail make it much better looking than all of its rivals. The front air vents give the car an aggressive look, while its smooth curves on the hood give it an elegant look at the same time. The exterior door handles of the car are molded perfectly in a particular shape so that the air flows smoothly around the sides. Subjectively speaking, it may not be as good looking as the 488 GTB, but then again, this car is more focused on functionality than elegance. The car's racing livery shows that this is no ordinary car. The 20-inch carbon fiber rims give the Ferrari a sporty look without being overly dramatic. Moving on to the back, you will find that it is sportier than the front. There's a massive rear diffuser taken straight out of the Ferrari 488 GTE. There are also the dish-style taillights found on many new Ferrari models. On the rear bumper, there are vents for the 488's intercooler, as well as a rear spoiler that's very functional but not showy at the same time. Also, the exhaust pipes don't come out at the bottom like in some supercars, but rather in the middle on either sides of the license plate. While all of this is cool, the best detail of all on the exterior of the Ferrari 488 Pista is the rear fog light. It was added to mimic the rain light found in Formula One cars that racers would turn on so that other racers could see them easily. Ferrari found it necessary to include that on their 488 Pista road car, and it is a very distinctive and neat detail. All in all, the Ferrari 488 Pista is a very handsome looking car. Next up, the interior. The interior of the Ferrari 488 Pista is everything you'd expect from a $350,000 supercar and more. There's Alcantara almost everywhere to emphasize the fact that it's a race car. Everything is angled towards the driver, which just goes to show how driver-focused it is. Even the steering wheel is sporty, as all the buttons are placed on it so that the driver doesn't have to take their hands off the steering wheel when they're doing hot laps on the racetrack. There's also a shift light indicator on the steering wheel letting you know when to shift, just like in Formula One cars. The interior of the 488 Pista is certainly more sporty looking than the 488 GTB. There are also optional 4-point seatbelts on the 488 Pista as opposed to regular 3-point seatbelts in almost every other car. All the materials are high quality and nice to touch, but given the price, this is expected. The prancing horse logo is found in many places, indicating that you're driving a Ferrari and not some other sports car. The 488 Pista's interior is really just a stripped down version of that of the 488 GTBs with some added carbon fiber and Alcantara. To sum up, the Ferrari 488 Pista's interior will not disappoint. The Ferrari 488 Pista has a lot of features relating to aerodynamics. For one, it has an S-duct which generates efficient vertical load and in turn pushes the front end of the car down, omitting lift. The S-duct is an F1 derived technology which was introduced by Ferrari in 2008 and is now used by every Ferrari race team. The outer part of the front bumper was also hollowed for better aerodynamics. The front radiator layout was also changed, which resulted in 10% more cooling and 7% less drag than the 488 GTB. Additionally, there's a better slot boundary layer suction, which is essentially an air vent in the rear fender that results in 3% more cooling. On top of that, there are rear air outlets which increase the intercooler's efficiency by 3%. A bigger rear spoiler was added on the back along with an upwashing spoiler suction for better downforce when accelerating. There was also a rear diffuser added to the supercar which was derived from the 488 GTE race car. This was done so that the air travels faster on the underside of the car, which eventually creates a suction between the car and the road. The 488 Pista's underbody is flat and features a front diffuser for better aero efficiency and better cooling for the brakes. All of this results in 20% more aerodynamic efficiency compared to the 488 GTB. The 2019 Ferrari 488 Pista also features the new Side Slip Angle Control System 6.0. This system includes and manages the eDiff3, F1 track, magneto-eological suspension, and the Ferrari Dynamic Enhancer. It's an expensive car that costs $350,000, but then again, it's worth it. Its competitor, the Lamborghini Huracan Performante, starts at $281,048. While it is cheaper, the 488 Pista's performance and handling are slightly better than that of the Huracan Performantes. The McLaren 720S starts at $256,200, but the Ferrari's handling and cornering abilities are far more advanced than that of the McLaren's. While the Porsche GT2 RS starts at $293,200, it has less power, is heavier, and has less aerodynamic related technology than the 488 Pista. Even though the Ferrari 488 Pista is the most expensive out of the bunch, it certainly is one of the best supercars in this segment on the market today. To conclude, the Ferrari 488 Pista is a car that you should definitely consider and maybe even put at the top of your supercar shopping list. It's fast, exciting, and is a car that won't disappoint. The Ferrari 488 Pista is a big improvement over the standard 488 GTB. Not only that, but it uses Formula One technology which is not used in any of its competitors and helps bolster the supercar's performance. And if that's not enough for you, the 488 Pista also uses a number of features to help with aerodynamics and keeping the car planted when it's on the track. It is the best looking car out of all of its competitors both on the inside and the outside, but that varies based on people's taste. All in all, the Ferrari 488 Pista is a blast to drive and is the ultimate track supercar as it can leave its competitors in its dust.